Hi boys and girls, it's me Butch. My name is Terry David Silvercloud. I'm not native, just sounds that way. I'm 81 years old. Today is the second day of December, Tuesday, and it's just about 3:15 in the afternoon. Going to make some adjustments here and bring you down there. A bit more, please. So I'm testing out my camera gear and trying to figure out what exactly it is I should be doing on YouTube these days. So with some of my bit of experimenting, I've determined that you guys like seeing a little bit of flesh. Here I am. And so what I thought I'd do is give you some of me. Here I am. And talk to you about things that I'm not much of an entertainer, the jokes and all that, but I'm a real nerd. So maybe I can teach you things. So what I thought I'd do today, aside from encouraging you to, look after yourselves and your body, exercise regularly. Butchie Poo isn't the way he is because he just sits around and eats ice cream all the time, which he loves. So I have to watch that to watch the weight. The things that are bad for you are mostly animal fats, and then you got to watch the level of sugar intake you take. But animal fats are hard to digest, and if you're eating a lot of burgers and stuff, I'm going to move the chair out of the way here. Your body just doesn't have time. And it says, I don't have time for this, and it just packs it away. Oops, back here, camera. Back here, and we'll get it right here yet. Come on. There you go. I'm still recording. See, I have this tracking device on here, and it got all confused when I did that. I'm still recording, oh good. Maybe I'll make a little juggle here. See, I'm still learning with this stuff. Trying to get it to cooperate, and seeing what I can do and not do. Adapting to the digital age. I was a film photographer, and was known, I'm 81. Back when I was younger, I did photography for gay print publications back in Toronto, Body Politic and Extra, stuff like that. Right now, because I could just croak like that, I'm in the process of shipping all my prints and negatives and stuff to the archives in Toronto. That and my boyfriend's work, Mark Raquel, he died on me, unfortunately, back in 1994. I miss him terribly. So I said that aside from just showing my body to you, because that's what a bunch of you want to see, I'm guessing a lot of people, guys, that come to this channel may be married, closeted, that sort of thing. And they need some sort of outlet of some sort for their emotions. I get it. I'm openly queer, so much so that I've been demonetized. I'm just too queer for the advertisers. So I don't make any money on this, and I'm just keeping busy because I'm an artist and trying to entertain you and to educate you. So I think I've covered one of the things I wanted to say was, you think about exercising regularly, some sort of exercise, any kind of exercise, but the more regular you make it, the better it's going to be for you and your body. All right, you want to see more of me, don't you? You want to see more of me? I get it. So I'm testing out my microphones up here today, and also today is the first time I'm trying out recording with two separate cameras. There's another camera over there you guys, and for you guys, there's a camera over there. And you don't see each other. One of you is in the closet. But that's what I'm doing. I'm testing, and hopefully it's going to work. And you're going to hear me just peachy keen. This is where I live. I don't want to confuse the camera too much. This half of my living room space I devote to being a living room, and the other half over there is where I work on my paintings, and also in the hallway. I have a very long hallway. So I guess I've yacked for quite a while now. I can yak as long as I want. I don't know how long you want to stay here. But if you dislike me, please tell me why. Oh, I thought I'm going to teach you something. What can I teach you today? Okay, which way is up? Oops, I confused the camera again. Come on, camera, over here. Over here. Sorry. You're still with me? Now I got to see if it's recording. We're still recording. I have cameras on a gimbal. Which way is up? Well, we just decided that north would be up, like what we call north, the North Pole. But there's no reason why we couldn't call the South Pole up. Trying to get camera got really confused there, and now it doesn't know what it's doing. Okay, over here. Okay, I don't know if I stopped recording there. The camera got really confused, so if I stop recording there and there's a blip in there somewhere, I can't really see everything on the screen. It's red, but doesn't mean it's recording. But the tracking device is green right now, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign. I'm tracking again. So the educational part of this video is where is up? There is no up. We just arbitrarily call the North Pole up. And, the Earth is turning. But if you were down in South America, the Earth would be turning what seems the same way to you, but it's actually turning the opposite way, and you would consider the South Pole to be up. So there is no real up or down, and this may really shock some of you. And this is not necessarily known by a lot of science type because it's not taught. You got to get into astrophysics to know about this kind of stuff. You think that the Earth is going around whatever way is good for you. It doesn't matter in this case. This is going to be up. We'll call this north. It could be the other way around. It doesn't really matter. There is no up or down. But for the sake of everybody being on the same page, we think of the Earth going around like this, and whether it's an ellipse or whether it's a complete circle isn't important right now. What is important that I'm going to teach you is that we can't do that unless Einstein's wrong, and he's been pretty right. I have some ideas about him that I want to talk about, and I will, but not enough time today. What's really happening is the sun is going through space. It's actually making a slow wobble itself. When the sun goes through space, it's actually making a wobble over the year as it does it. But the sun travels in 1 year. The sun is way over here, and it travels 7 billion kilometers in 1 year through space. It goes way over there. And we're only 93 million miles away. Like we're right on top of it. But anyhow, if we were going around this way, if 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 we were going like that way, then when we were going along that long thing there, on one half, I'm going to pretend we're looking down. On one half of the year, we'd be going this way, and the other half of the year would be going that way. And you can't do that because you can't go backwards in time. And what would happen is everything would F up. I'm trying to not use the F word. What's really happening is the sun is going through space. I'm going to put it over here. The Earth is seemingly going in a circle around it as as the sun goes through space. But the actual path the Earth made was one big wave. It never went in a circle ever. It's never going to go in a circle. In order to go in a circle, it has to go faster than the speed of light squared. Otherwise, everything Einstein said, yeah, it ain't going to work. There are some problems fixing Einstein with quantum physics, and Butchie Poo has solved that issue by saying that even though we have a theoretical particle called the tachyon, we can't prove it, but Butch says, oh yeah, they're there. And so if this thing, the yellow ball, oops, I keep forgetting about you guys over there. If this is the electron, in quantum physics, the electron has no size. It has the Planck constant. It has energy, where it's just sitting there doing nothing. It never does just sit there doing nothing. But it has energy, and they talk about the way in which it spins and rotates and any kind of spin that it can possibly have. That's what makes up the electron. And while we think that there's such a thing as light, the light's only in your head. There ain't no light out there. What's happening is these electrons, there's like gazillions of them, like really like gazillions of them. And they're magnets and they're spinning and they're emitting electromagnetic waves and everything else is emitting. These things are bouncing here, there, and everywhere. And it turns out that material, matter, the electrons and the atoms and things, their physical size is what creates what we think is light. The electromagnetic waves are everywhere. There's X-rays, there's gamma rays, there's rays that'll, some of them are so, there's just a lot of them. Really big waves, gravitational waves. But the ones that fall between a really, really narrow bandwidth, like of length, which happens to be exactly between the size of every thing that's a thing, every electron, proton, neutron, to the biggest atom, to the smallest atom. The smallest atom, it's so small like hydrogen, we don't really see it, but if you could freeze it, you'd have a block of frozen hydrogen. So when the electromagnetic waves that are, oops, hi guys over there, the electromagnetic waves that are being created by this spinning magnet hit something, oops, we hit something, it bounces off. And when there's something out there, that's why space is black. It's mostly full of nothingness, like no actual particles. It's full of tachyons and it's full of electrons, but they're too small for you to see. So unless it's actually giving off light, unless there's an electromagnetic wave that hits it, it's one of those short ones that come from places like the sun. We call light waves. They're really, 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 really small. And it hits something that causes this thing to vibrate. Like this thing went schmuck, and this thing went, oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, we're okay. We're cool. But it bounced that wave off of it like it was a mirror. And part of it made it shake, which heated it up a bit. See, like if it's shaking, it anyhow, you get what I'm talking about, I think maybe. And your eyeballs, this thing here, and for you guys over here, these things, inside there, okay, over here, camera, come on, over here, come on, back here, back here. That's a good camera. That's a good camera. Um, you have two type of antennae in there. One of them are called rods, and the other are called cones. And the cones, they look like cones, and the reason they're cones is that they're meant to detect different wavelengths. So the shorter the wavelength, the tip of the cone is detecting the really short wavelength, and the bottom of the cone is detecting longer wavelengths, and then it produces whatever, we'll just say its own brain type digital signal. It produces those things, and that goes into your brain, and your brain computer says, get out the color chart. What's that mean? Okay, let's color this. And genetics, I assume, make most humans see the same color. I'm assuming that when I see red, what I think is red, you think is red. and I presume even animals that see similar to us would see what we call red. Some insects see beyond the colors we can see and below the colors we can see. So I really made this long, and I was just trying to educate you. And for those of you that come just to check out my body, give you a chance to have a blue at my body for whatever reason. I'm 81, and you can be just like me. I'll just yak for just another second or so here. You know, whatever age you are, or whatever you were born with, we're all different. We all have different genetics. I got lucky, and I was born with what would be called a pretty athletic body, as long as I didn't screw it up. Some people are more blessed than others, and I've noticed, I'm 81, about 25, 30 years ago, people were getting pretty chunky. They still are in the States. But all that good eating is producing kids that are much taller now. So now we're getting I really like tall, skinny guys. And in Vancouver, I'm seeing a lot. When I was like a teenager, I was 6'1" too. I was always a tall kid. Now they're everywhere. They're even bigger than me. They're everywhere. So all that good eating is causing the human race to evolve. But getting back to it, you're born with what you're born with, and you have to accept it and then do the best you can with what you got. So if you're fortunate and you have shoulders that are wider than your hips, you got lucky, but not everybody's that lucky. Some people have hips that are the same width, and you're just going to have to go with it. And for me, because I'm vain, I do the curls and that things and the lifts because I want to keep the muscles of my old age filled in here and make me look big up here. It's not about being too strong. It's just I'm really, really vain. And I like looking good. Am I looking good? Which likes looking good. Like me if you think I look good. Are you still here? Hi. Thanks for staying. But I know this video is getting long, and I've yacked enough, I think. So I'm going to, the other thing I meant to say is that I have a variety of channels that I sort of abandoned over the years, and I don't do social media. I'm just going to scratch my butt. My butt's itchy. Hang on. Um, And I'm reviving some of them just for the sake of maybe getting advertising back. And so I'll be posting here and on some other channels that I sort of let go before. I've done a lot of videos. I was a photographer, and when the tube came along, I liked doing that. And is the camera still tracking me? I forgot to track me. Come on, camera. Yeah, you never know what it's going to do. Sometimes I move my hand the wrong way. It probably thinks I gave it a gesture. So I hope everything's been running smoothly, and I am going to shut up. But this channel is mostly just going to be me, and I have hundreds of bikinis, so I'll just, as long as I'm still alive, I'll just get on as often as I can. I have some new camera gear about to arrive. It arrived. I sent it out to be checked out. They said it's okay. So I have some new camera gear that I'm testing out, and I'll be posting lots. If you like looking at me, here I am. And now I'm going to see if I can get the camera to stop. Well, I'm supposed to just be able to make a V sign and it'll go bye-bye. So here we go. Bye-bye.